Jake got hit badly. He needs a new kidney as of this minute. Can you help us?
Yeah, your friend's dying. Hold that thought, a baddie's calling me.
Hey, V!
You know what time it is, cursed decisions time. And this time we're back in Night City to cause some more mayhem and destruction. What's up everyone, Big Dan here. I make terrible choices in RPGs, and in this video, we're going to explore 10 more diabolical decisions you can make in Cyberpunk 2077. So without further ado, let's buckle up, grab some iced coffee, and dive into Night City. Number 1, abandon Judy on your date. After carrying out Judy's revolution at Clouds and resolving the situation without taking Maiko's money, Judy will invite you for a bit of scuba diving out near her old stomping grounds during the quest Pyramid Song. Conveniently, her hometown has become completely flooded, offering us an opportunity to bond during this underwater jaunt. But what happens if we get a bit of cold feet and decide to pull an Irish goodbye instead? Well, in this case, we will fail the quest and receive this text message from old Jude. So looks like you weren't into it. Oh well, guess that's that then. About to finish packing and then I'm off. Bye-bye. And they said I couldn't run away from my feelings. If you're playing as female V and pull this move, you'll miss out on a steamy romance scene and longish term relationship with my personal favorite romance option in Night City. Male Vs, on the other hand, will escape the friend zone and start that Sigma grind set. Number 2, failing boat drinks. And speaking of bailing on friends or potential lovers, we can also stand up Kerry Uridine during the quest Boat Drinks. After resolving the situation with the Cracks, Kerry will invite us on a boat ride on his manager's nautical vessel. The quest is quite hilarious as V and Kerry smash up the boat to take revenge on Kerry's manager, who had cut some deals on his behalf without consulting him. But what happens if we decide to abandon ship partway through the mission? Well, in this case, the quest fails, and we'll receive this rather salty text from Kerry. Preem, thanks for abandoning me, but whatevs, I'll manage. In this case, we'll torpedo our relationship with the rowdy rock star and any chance at romance for male V. But hey, it is pretty funny to just dive overboard during this mission. If you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to hit that like button and go follow me on Instagram at Big Dan Gaming. I'll put a link in the pinned comment. Number 3, kill Angie. During the quest No Easy Way Out, V teams up with an amateur boxer named Aaron on the payroll of the Animals gang. Aaron had a deal with his gang where he would throw fights to allow his gang homies to rake in cash by betting on his matches. Aaron went along with this arrangement for a while because they had invested in his cyberware, but now he wants to make a real run as a boxer. Only problem is the Animals installed cyberware in his head, which allows them to, how do I put this, remotely deactivate him during a fight. So even if he tried to win matches instead of throw them, the Animals could just hit the switch and knock him out with the push of a button. Aaron asks us to help convince the Animals affiliated Ripper Doc to remove this cyberware, which we will successfully achieve after going guns blazing in their scav haunt. But just as Aaron is recovering from surgery, we are confronted by an Animal's leader and all-around baddie named Angie. At this point, we have 3 options. Convince Angie to leave Aaron alone, side with Angie and have Aaron continue his arrangement with the gang, or kill Angie and her goons to free Aaron from his obligations.
Let it go. We'll make sure Aaron goes down. You'll net 10% of the winnings.
You and your offer. Sure, kid made mistakes. Not a reason for you to f up the rest of his life.
Shame, really. Would have been a square deal. Get him, boy!
Killing Angie is the worst option here, as we'll soon discover things don't end well for Aaron. A few days later, we'll receive a message from Aaron asking us to meet up with him at a bar in Dogtown. But when we arrive, we'll discover that he was ambushed by 2 animal gang members before we could arrive, and that Aaron has been taken out with the trash.
Come on, V, take heart. Guy tried to do the right thing for once in his life.
And you don't feel a thing?
Heard this song before, V. Know the lyrics by heart.
So what's the lesson here? Never cross a baddie. Number 4, kill Garry the Prophet. Played by streamer Co-Carnage, Garry the Prophet is one of the most entertaining and interesting characters in Cyberpunk 2077, mainly because of his connection to a long-standing mystery surrounding the shady Mr. Blue Eyes. I have a full video exploring the ins and outs of all the lore relating to Mr. Blue Eyes, which I'll put in the description if you want to check that out. Throughout the game, Garry will go on a series of street rants about all manner of conspiracy theories involving vampires, werewolves, and of course, techno-necromancers from Alpha Centauri. At one point, while going on a diatribe about the beastly ways of the nomad tribes, Garry gets confronted by a couple of angry aldecaldos. At this point, we can intervene to protect our favorite street preacher, or we can egg them on to kill old Garry instead.
You can break my bones, but you cannot stop the pursuit of truth!
I've had enough of this guy. Last thing we need is this level of crazy staying on the streets. F him up. Maybe that'll teach him a real lesson.
Shit talk nomads, and that's what you get.
Damn, bro, homie went down like a sack of potatoes. He literally got one shot. While this outcome is quite humorous, it is one of the more cursed decisions in Cyberpunk because it causes us to miss out on the rest of his questline, which brings a lot of details about the shady happenings in Night City. Number 5, side with the Voodoo Boys. During the quest, I Walk the Line, V is tasked with infiltrating the Grand Imperial Mall and dealing with a situation regarding the Animals Gang and Netwatch. V only takes this job with the Voodoo Boys on the promise that they can help deal with the Silverhand relic. But near the end of the mission, when we confront the Netwatch agent Bryce Mosley, we have the opportunity to betray the VDBs. At this point, the worst option is to finish the job and incapacitate the Netwatch agent, because when we do this, we nearly get zeroed in the process.
Hey V, you alright?
What happened?
What do you think? Voodoos were blowing smoke. You got duped. Made you their goddamn kamikaze drone. Guess that's your reward for lending him a hand.
This was always the plan. The Voodoo Boys intended for V to die during this mission, and they installed some malware into our system to help finish the job. Fortunately, we managed to survive thanks to plot armor, and march our way back into the VDB's stronghold to confront Placide. At this point, Brigitte will ask us to dive beyond the Black Wall and help make contact with Alt Cunningham. But even if we do this, the Voodoo Boys still don't honor their part of the deal, and there is no help they will offer us or any kind of payment really. The only silver lining is that we can decide to flatline all these scumbags at this point, which is a quite satisfying option.
Alt can protect you in her realm, but here and now, you are in mine.
Think I'll be alright anyway.
But personally, I love watching all those shady netrunners get fried by Alt Cunningham instead. As brutal as it is, these f***ers deserve no less. Also, betraying the Voodoo Boys gives us the chance to punch Placide in the face and then kill him in a boss fight, which is extremely satisfying. So any scenario where we work with the VDBs instead is cursed indeed. Number 6, convince Paco to frame Yuri. Phantom Liberty introduces a lot of fun new side quests for us to enjoy, and the first one we can do is called Balls to the Wall. A low-ranking Barghest member named Paco asks for V's help to get him out of a pickle. You see, Paco clept some generators from the big boss man Kurt Hansen and sold them off to rake in some eddies on the side. But now he rightfully fears retribution from the man at the top, so he asks for advice on how to make things right. V has the option to call in some favors from homies in Night City, assuming you completed the requisite quests from the base game. But the most diabolical option is to convince Paco to try and frame Hansen's right-hand man, a Dolph Lundgren-looking mofo named Yuri.
Okay, we frame Yuri. Guy's on Kurt's shit list anyway. We do this right, problem will solve itself.
If you take this option, you'll find Paco's lifeless, decimated body strung up in Dogtown, and Yuri will ambush you to try and take revenge. What was supposed to be Paco's ticket to the major leagues ended up as his last job ever. Number 7, kill Songbird. After betraying Songbird and neutralizing the Blackwall Killer robot, we're faced with our final choice of the game in this path. We can either give Songbird over to Reed or put Songbird out of her misery. Songbird is convinced that getting taken into NUSA custody is a fate worse than death, as she'll essentially be a puppet for Rosalind Myers, connecting to the Black Wall and slowly losing herself. And there's certainly some truth to this outcome. However, killing Songbird here ends all possibility that she'll ever have a second chance at a free life. It's possible that Myers will lose her grip on power. It's possible that Songbird could escape or get set free. There are a number of possible futures that don't involve Songbird getting consumed by the Black Wall, but if we kill her now, then none of these futures are possible. Both endings in the Songbird betrayal path are incredibly bleak, but I believe that killing Songbird is the worst ending to the DLC, not only for Songbird, but for Reed and V as well. Reed is extremely depressed that he couldn't save his former mentee and colleague, and for V's part, Myers denies us the cure and basically says the only reason we aren't being thrown into jail is because we saved Myers earlier on. In the end, we get a measly 5,000 eddies and a bad ending to the story for everyone involved. Number 8. Leave Alex in the trunk. During the gig Olive Branch, Wakako tasks us with helping her client Sergey smooth things over with the Tyger claws. At first glance, this appears to be a simple delivery job. Just drive a car over to the claws and tell them Sergey sends his regards. But the real delivery is not the car, but what's tucked away in the trunk. If we take a peek for ourselves, we'll find ourselves face to face with some bloke named Alex, who apparently works for Biotechnica.
Oh, it's not him. Thank God. Quick, let me out before he returns.
It's unusual, as far as presents go.
What did you say?
You're supposed to be my present. A surprise from a certain Sergey.
You're not making any sense!
You know, like a pop-out cake. Except there's no cake. Just lots of blood.
What? No! Let me out! I can pay!
At this point, we can choose to set Alex free from whatever horrible fate awaits him, or we can simply shut the trunk and take him to the Tyger claws anyway. If you send Alex to the claws, you can find his body dumped near a storm drain in Charter Hill, close to the Longshore North fast travel point. He's carrying a shard detailing his kidnapping and pleading to Biotechnica to launch a rescue mission, which clearly never happened. On top of this, we lose out on extra eddies, as Alex would have paid us double the rate we are set to receive from Sergey. But at least old Waco's happy with us.
I see you do not ask unnecessary questions, V. You simply do what is asked of you. I admire such an approach, and I know how to compensate it. Contract closed.
Number 9. Betray Panam by snitching to Saul. Panam and the Aldecaldos hatch a plan to steal a basilisk to put their nomad clan back on the map. The only problem is the Aldecaldos' leader Saul is vehemently opposed to Panam's plan, as he hopes to cut a deal with Biotechnica. So Panam goes behind Saul's back and rallies a small crew to take on the job. Usually this quest proceeds with you and the homies getting a fancy new tank for the nomads, but there is actually a secret ending to this quest if you decide to walk away before the job begins. If you reject Panam's request for help by saying you want no part in her plan, and instead approach Saul, you'll unlock an optional objective to snitch on Panam.
What is it exactly you've come to tell me?
Panam swayed Cassidy, Carol, and the others to help her grab the basilisk.
She will never learn. How many more have to die before she hangs it up? Stop scheming.
Panam's got good intent.
Panam has no idea what she's doing. The Raffins will not let up, and she wants to bring Militech down on our asses.
Doesn't look great, no.
Why have you come to me with this? I thought you'd be on her side.
Worried about Panam is all. Somehow. Always ahead of her thoughts.
So she doesn't see the consequences before it's too late. I appreciate you bringing this to me.
Panam is gonna be pissed.
It'll pass. And down the line, she'll see and admit you were right. I'll be in touch.
Whole areas waterlogged. Roads are blocked.
After roughly 24 hours, you'll receive a phone call from a very angry Panam.
How could you? Glad you called?
Do you seriously not know? Or did you pull some other shit thing besides ratting me out to Saul?
You had a shit idea. Told you as much.
Right, yes. Thank you for your impeccable advice. Yet you might have stopped there and off instead of also planting a knife in my back.
How did Saul react?
He humiliated me in front of the clan. He made me look like an idiot. Cassidy, Mitch, Carol, we're all lepers. No one will talk to us. Are you pleased?
Sure you're not being a little dramatic?
Do you know what, V?
So yeah, you permanently burn the bridge with Panam if you take this route. But the silver lining is eventually Saul will text you and give you a free car, a pretty sick whip all things considered, and it only cost us everything. Number 10, let Blue Moon die.
Jake got hit badly. He needs a new kidney as of this minute. Can you help us?
Yeah, your friend's dying. Hold that thought, a baddie's calling me.
Hey, V! It's Blue Moon from Us Cracks. You know, the band?
Last but not least, we have a diabolical ending for our beloved laser pop star, Blue Moon. After resolving Kerry's beef with the Us Cracks, Blue Moon will contact us to handle a little situation of her own during the quest Every Breath You Take. You see, Blue Moon is dealing with an unhinged stalker, so she asks V to help her confront them. She doesn't know the stalker's identity, only that they signed their death threats to her with the initials GC. Typically, this quest ends with V incapacitating the stalker and either killing them or getting them arrested. But if we fail to intervene when the stalker approaches Blue Moon, then this happens.
So you think I'm a kid, huh? I gave you everything! Everything!
I don't even know who you are. V? V, help!
United in life.
Point blank shot her, yo!
United in death.
In the aftermath, Red Menace will rush to the scene, and things can go sideways with her depending on our response.
I can't believe this. You were supposed to protect her. How could you let this happen? How, you dumb bitch?
I don't like your tone. Better watch it.
Oh, I'll watch. As you choke on your own blood!
Hey, Kerry, I think you won't have to worry about the Us Cracks covering your song anymore, bro. For me, this is one of the biggest mistakes you can make in Cyberpunk, as the Queen Blue Moon must be protected at all costs. So there you have it. We've explored 10 more terrible decisions you should never make in Cyberpunk 2077. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Cyberpunk and RPG videos. Big shout out to all the channel members for supporting my content. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.